好，今日咧好榮幸咧請到呢一個南非嘅總領事啊，咁啊 ，today we have the honour of having the South African Consul General Mr. Mogono to be our VIP guest。今日咧即係好似平時咁啦嚇，我就會同即係我哋嘅總領事傾偈，咁啊主要係英文嘅，不過會翻譯少少中文啦，咁啊大家英文好好嘅，相信唔需要擔心嚇。So we're gonna talk in English, but with a little bit of Chinese, just for the highlights. So would you please introduce yourself to us?
Hi, good afternoon to all the viewers. My name is Mojalefa Mogono. I am the Consul General of South Africa in Hong Kong.
Okay, wow. Mr. Mogono 就係呢一個駐香港嘅南非總領事啦咁。So it's interesting that I have the luck to actually go to South Africa like many years ago. Do you think South Africa is a great destination for Hong Kong people to move to, given we have a very interesting time right now in Hong Kong?
Absolutely. Hong Kong, South Africa is the best destination for Hong Kongers. We got the greatest weather. One, we have a good safaris. We got the best tourist destinations. We got the likes of the city called Cape Town. You can see one of the best wonders of the world there.
Mr. Mogono 講咧就喺南非絕對係適合香港人咧搬去住啊，因為嗰度第一天氣好啦，而且咧生活環境又理想啦，最緊要就係嗰個好好玩嘅 safari 啊，即係嗰啲去野生嘅旅遊啦嚇，佢哋真係咧我好有呢個機會好彩啦，我就去咗呢個 Cape Town， 咁入邊咧佢有呢個 safari tour， 即係咩長頸鹿啊、大笨象啊，全部都喺你身邊走來走去啊，超好玩嘅嚇。Because we speak English and Chinese here, if we move to South Africa, what is your official language?
In South Africa, we have 12 official language, which is the 12th.
12?
Yes, 12.
Amazing.
Which is the 12th is the sign language. So we do have 12 official languages.
咁佢話南非有12個語言啊，12入邊咧就有11個就係官方語言啦，另外有一個咧就係 sign language 或者係手語嚇，咁非常之照顧到一啲有特別需要嘅朋友嘅喎嚇。And so, what is your education system like? Because we have like British system mostly in Hong Kong, and what is it like in South Africa?
It's very interesting that we share so much Hong Kong and South Africa.
Really?
That including even education system we are alike.
Okay.
So we do have the British system in South Africa, meaning 12 years and then another 4 years for your college or university.
OK， 咁佢就話其實南非同香港好多嘢相似嘅喎，教育制度啦，佢都係12年，講緊小學加埋中學啦，4年大學嘅嚇，真係幾似喎嚇。We see some people saying hi to us here. So we've got 萬王者 ，Hi my sweetheart, KK Chan, thank you. ADSW. She's Mr. ADW asking you something about this South African blood diamond. I think I saw that movie before. And Chrissy, hello, Mr. Mogono and Jenny. And Ming Chen, hello. And CCCC, hi Jenny and guest. And Poo Poo, hello. And Kenny Lau, hi Mr. Mogono, look very handsome. Oh, wow, you get a fan here. He said you look very handsome. That's what I told you when you walked in just now. And Fei King, hi Jenny, Mr. Mogono. Okay, wow, we've got many people coming in already. So let's continue. Can you tell us a little bit about your lifestyle in South Africa?
South African lifestyle, it's quite very interesting. We have, it's a very easy lifestyle to live in South Africa. From working people, and again as well, nightlife. We have very interesting lifestyle like in South Africa.
So you like it's kind of like Hong Kong then?
Absolutely, almost the same, but South Africa would be better.
Even better, right?
Yeah.
咁我哋 話南非其實同香港個生活嗰個 style 模式好似啊，咁啊真係都係take it easy，咁啊佢哋做完嘢都係中意去飲下嘢啊咁樣樣啦，咁啊中意夜晚啊去食飯啊消費啦。不過佢哋仲享受高一級添㗎嚇。So that's interesting. I didn't know we have so much in similarities. And in terms of culture, because I met your wife, I remember she got like really beautiful dresses, so that's some sort of costume on your National Day. And so can you tell me more about your culture and all that?
My wife?
Yes.
No.
It's not your wife?
No.
I thought that was your wife, yeah, in National Day.
No, that was my cousin's sister.
Oh, your cousin's sister.
Yeah,
Interesting,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I hope your wife wouldn't catch me at that moment on that video. But all right, so tell us a little bit about the culture.
We have quite a dynamic culture. That is why it's quite important, to have which we call cultural exchange between South Africa and Hong Kong. And I believe everything starts with culture. In order to understand any person, you need to start by knowing their culture. The rest is history.
咁佢講得好好嘅就話南非咧嗰個文化咧好多元嘅嚇，咁啊同埋好有動力嘅。佢話咧就好希望咧香港同南非就多啲呢啲文化交流啦。咁啊因為每一個人啊每個社會咧，即係最緊要就係即係要了解佢哋咧，就首先了解人哋嘅文化先啊嚇。That's very good. I believe that a lot of people would be interested to learn more about your music and your arts. Because recently, we know some superstars, like we were talking about it, Charlene Theron and that Elon Musk from Tesla, and they're all South African. So, if there's a chance, how would you propose to do the cultural exchange with us?
Because we have the likes of the world-renowned DJ. Who's known as Black Coffee. I think there's so many ways to have that cultural exchange. We can invite him to come to Hong Kong, and we can have quite of a interesting exchanges, like in terms of bringing South African artists like here in Hong Kong. And quite interesting is that a month ago, the National Arts Council of South Africa and the Hong Kong Arts Council, they signed an MOU. So that says to you there will be more cultural exchanges, meaning bringing artists here in Hong Kong, and just to make sure that activity works well.
Interesting. 咁頭先就同南非總領事講緊啦，就話其實好多名人啦，就係嗰個好似大家熟悉嘅 Elon Musk 啦嚇，咁啊啲 Tesla 老闆啦，同埋其他明星咁樣啦，咁就證明咧佢哋有好多呢啲咁嘅藝人啊，或者係著名嘅人咧，其實都係南非出生啦嚇。咁想問下佢有啲咩同香港政府交流啦？佢話原來個藝術發展局咧已經同香港咧簽咗一啲 MOU 啦，咁就遲啲咧一定會有好多啲著名嘅藝人啊或者明星啊藝術家咁樣咧嚟香港咧同我哋交流㗎嚇。So obviously I'm gonna be like promoting myself, looking forward to like cross over with your artists. I know something like actually Black Coffee is a very good story because right now Hong Kong is going through a very difficult time right now. A lot of people even though they are born in a very good condition, good families, but I think the overall economy is not good, so people are not very positive. So maybe you can tell us in South Africa, like him, he came from a very humble background and he became a multimillionaire, a billionaire. So what is your spirit, that drives South Africans to that extra mile?
South Africans are very inquisitive people. They always want to know more. So far, right now, we trendsetters in Africa. Actually, maybe not the world, because of most of the things in Africa starts with South Africa first before they go into the whole Africa. I think South Africans are also very creative. We got very creative artists, from music to dancers. They always want to put more extra effort on just making sure that whatever they do, they shine on it. So it's been proven. That's why we have so many people coming from Africa. Even on sports, recently we just won the Rugby World Cup. So
Oh,
they
wow.
show you that like from sport to music, South Africans like excel in whatever they do.
OK，咁我就問啦，即係南非，因為最近香港你都知我哋年青人啦，就面對一個好困難啊，好多充滿挑戰啊，唔好話年青人啊嚇，即係好多人，大部分人都係一個好艱難嘅時期。咁點解南非好似佢個一啲咁，即係可能唔係話最好嘅家庭出身嘅人，好似 Black Coffee 咁咧，都可以去到咁 international， 即係做到一個全球嘅巨星啦咁樣樣。咁啊，原來佢話南非人咧係好有呢一個咁好 curious， 即係話咧佢成日好有好奇心啦，同埋咧成個非洲入邊咧好多時咧。每一樣即係好突破性嘅嘢，其實都係喺佢哋嘅國家南非出嚟先嘅。咁然之後有啲去到國際嘅層面啦，無論係唱歌或者最近贏埋個 rugby 啦，佢哋嗰個精神咧都係要做到最好嘅嚇。So it's very impressive that way. So in terms of like bringing artists to Hong Kong, obviously we spoke about like Tyler and like DJ Black Coffee and. In fact, I actually went to some of those crossover with a Polish consulate before. So, do you think, like, now that we are on air and, like millions of people might be watching, then how do you think? I think we spoke about that last time. You said you would bring, maybe DJ Black Coffee, Tyler or something to the waterfront in Central and you will fill the whole place and it will be more attractive than the prince from Dubai, isn't it?
Repeat the question.
Remember we were saying
yes.
It would be more, we will draw a bigger crowd, more prominent than bringing a prince.
Absolutely. Like we discussed, like I said, like to bring Black Coffee here in Hong Kong, it would really bring a good tourism here, and also there could be a nice like exchange of skills with the Hong Kong DJs as well. In order to be also to be in a world stage,
right.
like Black Coffee.
We don't have a world-class DJ as like your world-class yet.
Well,
I've got quite a few DJ friends here.
Well, we would love to have that kind of exchange like
That's
because
awesome.
of and that
That's awesome.
Then that will like why not? We'll share the world like together and watch it together. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. So we're talking about the waterfront, right? In Central, that.
Oh yes, I think it's
carnival place.
I think that that area it's a quite of a world like class place to host a concert. So by bringing bringing the likes of Black Coffee there, I can tell you it will be full. I think people love Black Coffee, and
I checked out his his YouTube is awesome.
Absolutely. So I would look forward, to have that kind of exchange with programs where he comes to Hong Kong, and we can just share that cultural exchange.
Wow, I think the Hong Kong government would be very happy to hear that and work with you very soon, hopefully.
Absolutely. I mean, the government, we all want to assist it, in order to bring back what Hong Kong was, pre-COVID. So therefore, it's also my role as a consul general here in Hong Kong to make sure that we also bring tourism here in Hong Kong,
right.
And vice versa. I want Hong Kongers going to visit South Africa.
Right. So I need to translate a little bit. What it is that. 其實咧翻譯少少先啦，咁佢就講咧，因為如果佢將南非嘅一個好出名嘅 DJ Black Coffee 帶過嚟香港啦，咁同時咧都可以將香港一啲 DJ 啦，我自己好多 DJ 朋友啦，就帶到一個國際嘅 level 㗎嚇，咁唔係個個都可以做到呢一個千萬嘅DJ 或者億萬嘅 DJ 啦，咁但係可以去到全球嘅 level 咧，都係一件好事。咁頭先講咧就係佢做總領事絕對樂意咧同香港政府咧合作㗎嚇，咁我哋已經諗埋個場地啦，就喺呢一個咧中環啊，就係呢一個嗰個唔係叫咩摩天輪嗰度咧嚇，即係平時啱之前搞咗嗰個巴傻嗰個 Art Fair 嗰度嘅嚇。And so before we proceed, we got so many questions. We got to talk to our floor first. So we got Kenny Lau saying, "What is the famous food in South Africa?" 有啲咩好食啊？南非啊，有啲咩出名 ？So maybe you can answer that one.
A favorite food like in South Africa, it depends where you are, but like the most favorite one, there will be pap and vleis. That is meat and meat and pap. Pap, it's more like a meal, like so. It's one of the favorite dishes in South Africa, just pap and meat.
Oh, so it's pap and meat, so kind of like a Turkish thing.
I'm not sure what like the Turkish love, but like our South Africans love meat.
Meat, I'm sure, like that's what I had when I was there, like, I think I was there for like 2 weeks every day. So it's like meat and something?
Yeah, meat and pap. And other dish like would say, or add like a salad, we call it chakalaka.
Chakalaka, right?
Yeah, chakalaka. It's more like, it's a salad which is a bit spicy.
Okay.
Depends on how you want it. It's spicy and add a bit of beans and carrots. So it quite depends how you want it actually.
Okay, so it's not like us, not like Asian, and it's not like American. It's like your very unique
this is our
way of meat.
Absolutely.
And salad.
It's our
Your own recipe.
Absolutely.
咁佢就話南非人就中意食肉啦，咁我都中意嘅。咁我記得去南非玩咗差唔多2個禮拜啦，真係日日都係好多唔同嘅好食嘅扒啊咁食啦咁啊佢話同埋沙律佢哋有少少辣嘅喎，中意，但係佢就話唔係好東方又唔係好西方，係非常之獨特嘅南非菜嚟嘅嚇。So we also get questions from Mr. This is a Pearl. So Pearl is asking about the big 5 animals in South Africa. 咁啊南非有邊種5大著名嘅動物 ？What are the 5 big animals there? That's a good question.
Lion, leopard.
Okay. Leopard.
Elephant.
獅子、豹、大笨象。
Rhino.
Rhino 河馬。
And the African buffalo.
Buffalo is different from rhino. Oh, rhino 係rhino 係犀牛
Yes.
，buffalo 係水牛。
Yes. So
Right.
those are top 5. Those are big 5.
Okay, so it's lion 獅子
Lion, leopard,
，leopard 係豹，
elephant,
大笨象
rhino, and
Rhino
African
係
buffalo.
，rhino 係犀牛同埋水牛。Wow. Okay. Well, I remember the safari. I mean, I saw like the giraffes and the thing I told you about is they're not monkeys. They're like human. The big thing, gorillas.
Gorilla, yes.
Yeah, I saw gorillas myself. I was like really like it's more than amazed. They are like human. 我就同佢講，我去過睇，即係去咗 Cape Town，我見過嗰啲動物啦。最深印象咧，就係嗰啲猿人啊，好似人咁大隻嘅嗰啲係猩猩嚟嘅。咁啊喺個，因為我哋個 safari 你揸車㗎嘛，佢停晒你嘅車前面咧，真係都幾驚嘅其實。And then we got some more questions from Pearl also. What are the famous tourist destinations in South Africa? So this one I asked you, many people would be interested. You can tell us more about that tourism destinations.
The most famous tourist destination in South Africa is Cape Town, the Table Mountain, and because of the scenery in Cape Town, it's almost same as Hong Kong a bit. It's just next to Cape Town is next to the ocean. The weather pattern is almost the same, but however, here in Hong Kong it's too much humid here. But Cape Town, it just is a bit colder.
Colder.
Yeah, like its weather, it's quite like, it changes any time.
Right.
And we have the national parks, which is called Kruger National Park.
Okay.
This is where you can see the Big Five. It's in
The Big Five.
it's in Mpumalanga. It's in a province called Mpumalanga. This is where you can go and see the Big Five. It's a national thing there. And then we have another city called Durban.
Okay.
So if you love like a city which is almost the same as Hong Kong as well, and it's also humid, it will be Durban.
Okay.
Yes, and it has more Indian community there.
Okay. Oh, Indians.
Yes, actually, Durban, it's a city that has more Indians after India.
Okay.
After India, yeah, there are more Indians in but like it's a lovely city that people can go to and have good time there.
OK，咁 佢講咗好多個城市嘅名，我梗係噏唔翻轉頭啦嚇。咁我自己咧就去過呢一個Johannesburg 同埋去過呢一個Cape Town 啦，咁我就覺得好好玩啦。咁佢講其他幾個城市咧，佢就話有一個城市咧就好多印度人添嘅。咁同埋氣候咧，佢哋同香港差唔多。不過咧就乾爽啲，冇咁濕啦。咁佢亦都提到有啲即係動物園啦，咁你就會見到頭先講嗰5種動物嘅嚇。And I actually, for me, I remember Cape Town. It's a party town actually. It's like, people party non-stop, and there's so many high-rise houses up in the mountain. Because my friend's friend, local there, has a house up in the mountain, and it's just like overlooking the sea by the cliff, and it's amazing. Yeah. So
Cape Town again. It has like one of the best wine farms along in Cape Town, and people should know that South Africa, it has the best red wines, or the wines in South Africa are one of the best in the world.
So red wine or white wine?
Both.
Both, okay.
Both.
咁佢就講話南非咧，其實咧就好出名嘅就係嗰個白酒同埋紅酒嘅嚇。Oh, that's true. We should talk about wine in a little bit because let's go on with I have so many questions for you. Then because the investments we were talking about wine and also business opportunities. So what kind of investments? Let's say we talk about first in there for us in South Africa.
Actually, in South Africa, there are quite a great opportunities in investment, starting from infrastructure development. A person can invest in mines. There are mines which need a huge investment. As you know, South Africa is the number one producer of platinum, but we also have gold mines and diamond mines.
Okay, platinum, gold, and diamond.
Yes,
okay.
And including chrome mines and coal.
And coal, okay.
And coal and chrome.
Chrome, what is chrome?
Chrome is another commodity which is almost the same as platinum, but it's a different commodity.
Okay, we'll have to translate a little bit. 咁佢話講投資咧 ，South Africa 其中一個最好嘅咧就係 infrastructure， 咁即係話啲即係起橋啊、公路啊嗰類咁嘅基建嘅大工程你可以投資啦。咁另一樣咧就係好多礦嘅噃，佢係有 platinum 即係白金啦，gold 就黃金啦 ，diamond 係鑽石啦。跟住仲有呢一個 coal 就係煤啦，仲有一個咧係 Chrome 咧 I remember Chrome as Google Chrome right so
not that one.
Okay. Chrome 就唔係你平時喺 Google 見到嗰個即係嗰個軟件 Chrome 啦，佢係講一種都係嗰啲自然嘅 minerals 嚟嘅，咁就但係就個名我噏唔出啦中文嚇，就突然間嚇。Okay, so there are minings and infrastructure for us to invest into.
Yeah.
Those requires lots of money, like millions of dollars, right? So what about some business, like smaller ones that most people can easily invest into?
For example, there's business opportunities for Hong Kongers or that is in China or China. If you do panels, that is like the panels for the panels so now you can also come and invest or rather bring produce them in South Africa. I'm talking about the panels for the for power.
Oh, like solar
panels,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a factory that you would want to come and have in South Africa, that's a business opportunity that you can make money because of. We had a bit of problems with where energy is concerned.
Okay.
So to enhance that. Problem, to make sure we need more of those businessmen who wants to come and open factories and making collaborations with South Africans, and so to cap that issue.
Okay, so it's a solar panel.
Solar panels is one of them.
佢就講緊太陽能嘅生意啦，咁我都唔係好熟悉，即係類似嗰啲電板，但係就係太陽能吸收太陽能嗰啲啦。咁喺度設廠啊，同當地嘅人咧合作咁樣啦。咁so that is something, but that I think would still cost us a lot. I was thinking maybe we can open a Hong Kong coffee, Hong Kong cafe, or like like a Hong Kong Chinese restaurant, like a Hong Kong fashion, would they have like a smaller scale of businesses?
I think because of South Africans are world travelers, having a Chinese, a cafe is one of the ideal ideas that could work.
That's good.
People would want to come and to explore different food.
Okay.
So certainly there are so many South Africans who have stayed here in China and Hong Kong, so they would definitely know how tasty is the Chinese food. So they would support that kind of idea. And again, of course, we're looking forward on also having a collaboration where textile industries are concerned, the Chinese ones and the South Africans, like where it's concerned. I think we can support that a Chinese company coming into South Africa and investing on having that kind of
textile.
Absolutely.
OK， 咁佢話如果即係頭先我提到啦，我話如果比較低門檻少少嘅，仲有咩選擇啊？咁去開餐廳啦，譬如係香港嘅中菜啊，香港嘅茶餐廳咁樣啦，咁香港嘅點心啦都好出名噶嘛，全球。咁另外佢就話 textile 紡織業咧，其實咧香港人咧如果想去投資咧，咁其實都佢哋都有好多可能係即係嗰邊啲廠啊，成日可以同我哋合作啊，去做一啲紡織業啊，都 OK 嘅嚇。That's interesting, and I think obviously, what would be interesting is to know about your cost of living there. So is the cost of living similar to Hong Kong? Let's say, if you want to buy a 2-bedroom apartment in downtown Johannesburg, Hong Kong is like insanely expensive, even though it is like already dropped 30%. We are still like the most expensive city in the world, I think, either us or London. Or I think it's London and then Hong Kong, right? So what is the prices for renting or buying, like in, let's say, Johannesburg?
It all depends on what part of Johannesburg you want to buy.
Right.
But it's not as expensive as Hong Kong.
Okay.
It's quite reasonable according to the standards of South African living standards. But here in Hong Kong, my experience as a South African, property is expensive.
Right. But you live in a wonderful property yourself. Everybody knows that. You're too humble. Right.
Yeah, but I think it's quite expensive.
It is.
Compared to South Africans. So in South Africa, say, for example, a 2-bedroom, say, in a very relaxed kind of a suburb, like you can go down, like a rent for a 2-bedroom. I think you can pay around, say, about 4.5 or rather 3.5 Hong Kong dollars, 2-bedroom.
3.5 what? Like
1,000 years.
Oh, so it's like
2-bedroom.
Oh, so it's 3,500
Yes.
Hong Kong dollars.
Yes.
For 2-bedroom.
Yes.
Our 2-bedroom is like about 400 square foot here.
Well, that's the thing. In South Africa, you're quite a bit spacious, a bit.
Right.
So here I've seen like square meters a bit like
Much smaller.
Much smaller.
Yeah, Hong Kong is
but
much
in South Africa, they're not too bad. Like
Not too bad.
even a queen's bed can enter there. So
Okay, so it's more than 400 square foot then.
yeah, it's more than that. So like it's quite reasonable according to what, like comparing to Hong Kong property. It's quite expensive this side.
Right.
South Africa, you can. I think a Hong Konger can live easier in South Africa because of that.
Comfortably.
Yeah, absolutely. Because of the cheaper housing
Cost of living.
Yes.
Right. 咁佢就話其實咧南非就可能同香港比係真係平一橛啦。咁首先講住啦，佢話即係如果兩房一廳中環咁樣嘅即係中區啦即係比方好似我哋香港嘅喺中環至到銅鑼灣或者尖沙咀咁嗰啲啦，我諗香港兩房一廳好啲嘅區都2萬啦即係400-500尺嗰啲，400零尺咁。如果喺南非咧，佢講緊可能咧都係3-4千蚊嘅啫，咁真係爭好遠啦，當然嚇。So that's for rent, but what if we want to buy? What is the price like for let's say 2-bedroom?
A 2-bedroom will take you down to around say from 500,000 rents. That would be say 180 Hong Kong dollars, 100,000 Hong Kong dollars.
100,000 Hong Kong dollars?
180.
Also like 180,000 Hong Kong dollars?
Yeah,
for two bedroom.
Absolutely.
佢話都係為到
Absolutely.
18萬港紙度咧，你就買到兩房一廳。So this is like 10 times or more cheaper. It's like 15 times cheaper.
Absolutely.
Because Hong Kong, I think two bedroom would be in a good area, still around 4-5 million.
Absolutely. Look at look at the peak. I've seen
The peak
a
is
house.
for prestigious people like yourself.
No way. I've seen a house.
Right.
I've seen a house of that costs about 1.2 billion
Yeah.
Hong Kong dollars.
Easily.
So we don't have such in South Africa. The most expensive house, like in South Africa, in Cape Town,
Yeah.
it was about 250 million. So it should show you that Hong Kong is quite expensive where property is concerned.
Well, property, we are like, I think top 1 or 2 in the world is either, I can't remember, it's either Hong Kong or London. It's the most expensive in the world. So, because sometimes it's us and then sometimes it's London, sometimes it's New York, it's that 3 places. But then you think about it, it's like because we are the 3 financial centers, top 3 in the world. Except this year, we replaced by Singapore, right? 咁頭先佢講啦，就話香港係好奇怪，貴得好緊要，即係好似山頂咁嘅，唔知幾多個億咁樣樣。咁佢話我哋南非根本唔會去到呢啲價錢嘅，根本就。咁我話當然啦，呢啲係名門，即係嗰啲名貴有知名嘅人啊，或者好勁嘅人咧，即係名門望族啊，先住喺山頂噶嘛咁樣樣。咁so you talking like you got good food there, you got good weather, you got a very spacious spaces, like places, comfortable life, rich in culture and everything. So probably many people are wondering how we can move to South Africa. So maybe let me explain a little bit on the immigration front. So would you guys be welcoming us Hong Kongers to move there?
No, well, yes. We do welcome Hong Kongers to come and stay in South Africa. Obviously, you gotta follow certain processes.
Which I will explain in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. So the same as if you want to get a permanent residence here in Hong Kong, it's almost similar.
Yes.
Where you have to stay a number of years, which is almost 7 years,
Right.
and then you need to it's either you've invested in South Africa,
Right.
and that would it's a plus, and then that's when after 7 years you can get your permanent residency.
Right，講翻啦，其實南非咧，佢就話我哋當然係歡迎香港人搬嚟啦，或者你過嚟做生意啊、投資啊都好啦咁樣樣。我又講解一下少少南非嘅投資移民項目咧，佢有幾樣啦。講個熱門少少嘅就係一個 business visa。個 business visa 咧就係你要投資275000喺美金，275000美金喺佢一個指定嘅項目入邊嘅。詳情我梗係唔會呢度講啦嚇，咁總之咧你就預咗20零30萬啦，因為仲有啲申請費用啊或者30零萬啦嚇，仲有啲申請費用等等啦，咁你就可以咧去申請一個工作簽證去當地就做生意啊咁樣噶啦，咁 processing 嘅時間咧就大約係佢寫住我諗即係你預6至12個月咁樣啦，咁你就可以成家人咧一齊搬去南非住噶嚇。So basically, people are really, people are looking at different countries, different places to move to, and also to park their money to right now. So I think we would definitely consider South Africa, given all that advantages and everything. So, but we don't know too much about, for example, the safety and all that. We heard so much about Johannesburg. So obviously Tyler would say it's like the safest place in the world. But how would you say to us?
Listen, South Africa, or rather Joburg, it's just the same as any city in the world. We are busy, heavily working, towards making sure security is number one, and making sure our safety it's key to attract the tourists to come to the country, and rest assured, we do have the same laws like here in Hong Kong, common law. That's what we share. So
Right.
you could be easily rest assured that like our law system is the same as Hong Kong, and we have very independent like law system in South Africa.
Right. So 咁佢就講啦，南非咧當然同其他每一個國家都係啦，咁啊都希望多啲遊客啊，咁多啲人嚟投資啊，多啲人嚟旅行咁樣啦。咁所以咧當然安全咧係最重要啊。咁佢哋咧係同香港一樣咧係行呢個 common law 嘅嚇。咁啊所以咧我哋嘅法例啦好多方面咧其實係好相似啊。咁啊大家唔需要太擔心啦。咁雖然話唔需要太擔心啫。咁啊但係好多人咧即係因為唔熟悉啦，咁可能都會係有一定嘅concern。但係佢就講咧其實咧都係好安全嘅，so it's really safe there.
Well, I'm saying to you, we're working towards making sure it's very safe. I can't say it's the same as Hong Kong,
Right.
but like we are working to make sure that like we tighten up the security. We do have a bit of that like criminal element that like we're working towards making sure like we more like the same as Hong Kong.
Yeah, so basically, I would think that if we are tourists, we stay in the tourist area, then it will be safe, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We actually right now the police commissioner and the minister are making sure that like they are deploying more police like around in Johannesburg, making sure that because of all the tourists, they enter South Africa through the OR Tam, which is in Johannesburg.
Right.
So we have identified like areas to make sure that like everyone that comes to South Africa is safe, and so that like we could be making sure that like South Africa becomes a #1 destination for in the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. 咁佢就講啦，其實南非政府咧係好着力打擊罪案啦，因為可能即係之前都有好多即係大家會擔心嘅嘢啦嚇。咁啊其實咧佢唔即係點講咧，唔可以話100%，但係咧其實如果我哋係旅客咧，即係旅遊嘅話咧，你去翻啲旅遊區咧就唔好話100啦，99啦，安全啊，大家唔需要太擔心嘅，因為佢哋咧政府都係致力打擊罪案，然之後咧就令到佢成為全球咧第一位嘅旅遊嘅熱點㗎，佢都希望係咁樣啦，當然係咪？So it's really interesting. Oh, we got some other people, Hong Zhang saying that he likes South Africa. And then we've got a few minutes left here. If anybody has any questions about South Africa, you can surely send us a message here and we will answer you quickly. So obviously, before we answer more questions, I would like to know then what is the difference that you observe in Hong Kong versus South Africa? Like in terms of our city, our lifestyle, our people, our food. What are the differences?
Quite a very few differences.
Okay.
The nightlife one, it's not the same.
Okay.
It's quite different. The music that we listen to,
Yeah.
it's quite different.
Okay.
But in terms of the lifestyle of restaurants, because I see here in Hong Kong,
Yeah.
you love the outgoing kind of people. It's the same in South Africa. Like mostly in the cities, like in
Right.
Joburg,
Right.
there are a lot of restaurants that when I'm here in Hong Kong, I see more like similarities, like where people like going outdoor lifestyle
Right.
and enjoying their lives there.
Right.
Yeah, and of course, Hong Kongers, I've seen that. One thing I liked about them is that like they like hiking a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's something that I think we should like learn a lot, South Africans, like from Hong Kongers, like, and of course Hong Kong is quite very very safe.
We've got good people here.
I think there's so much that we should learn about like what you're doing good.
Oh, you're very
and
kind,
also
thank you.
Absolutely. So
Very kind.
it's one thing that like I've liked, but however there were a few shocks that I
Let me
got.
explain the good things first.
Yeah.
咁佢就話咧，香港有好多嘢佢都好中意啦，同南非好似嘅，即係佢話，譬如你哋嘅夜生活，即係我哋啊呢度夜生活啦，咁啊跟住啲人又係好中意去即係好嘅地方去食飯啊、享受啊，同埋好中意行山啦咁，同埋香港真係非常之安全㗎。咁佢話呢啲各方面嘅嘢咧，佢都覺得我哋南非即係佢哋南非嗰邊咧係要多多向香港呢邊咧學習嘅嚇。咁啊不過有啲嘢咧，佢都當然係有少少係即係唔係最好嘅經驗嚇。So I would like to listen to what some things may bother you or may not be the best for you here. So if you like to share with us.
No, not necessarily bother me.
Yeah.
Just wanted to share about like
Right.
Culture shock.
Culture shock, interesting.
That happened like because of. You see, one thing just different between South Africans and Hong Kongers is that South Africans we like just greeting people, even though you don't know a person, we
Right.
just greet.
Right.
So Hong Kongers are very reserved people,
Right.
quite reserved. So now, in the building that we're working at, which is Central Plaza.
Right.
So the first time when I got there, I got in a lift. And because I'm used to just greeting randomly strangers. So I said, good morning. So everybody was looking at me like strangely, like, hey,
That's
brother,
so
we don't greet each other
That's
here.
so funny, right?
Yeah, I was
that's a good one. I will translate it. 咁佢就話咧，其實唔係話真係令到佢覺得好唔耐煩或者好擔心嘅，不過咧係有啲好特別嘅嘢，佢可以大家分享下啦，就係即係佢喺南非咧，啲人好熱情嘅，咁啊見到啲唔識嘅人佢都會講 good morning 啊、hello 啊咁樣樣，好正常嘅。咁佢話佢啱啱嚟嘅時候，佢喺呢個中環廣場、中環中心啦，我都去過，唔係中環中心 ，Central Plaza 係灣仔嗰個，唔記得咗中文係咩啊？總之咧就係去翻工啦，咁啊喺入 lift 嘅時候就同啲唔識嘅人打招呼啦。咁佢話個個都望住佢啦，好似見鬼咁啦，咁佢覺得好奇怪。But that's true, And I remember that people talking about this coffee culture in Hong Kong because in Australia or in America, in the West, even in South Africa, I think, like you go to buy a coffee, people would say like good morning, how can I help you, Then they would say like, oh, they want the milk, the cappuccino more or whatever, right? In Hong Kong, they just like, nobody would talk to you. It would be so strange if you talk to the guy, they just want to say, hey, what do you want to buy? All right, just give me the money. 咁啊，我都覺得係咁咧。有啲朋友都講，譬如香港嘅咖啡文化其實就冇乜特別，但係就冇人會同你講話 hello 早晨，然之後先買杯咖啡俾你，佢就想問你想買乜嘅啫嚇。咁啊 anyway, so we're gonna wrap up soon, and I just want to say like before we wrap up, you want to say because you have 11 languages that you mentioned, it's very impressive. You want to say something to us in your native tongue, goodbye or whatever before we wrap up? Just something and translate it.
Okay. Ke a leboga go ntlisa le go mpa tšhono gore ke tle mo station sa lona ke tlo bua le batho ba retsang lenaneo la lona ke lebogile. So what I'm saying is that I am thankful for inviting me to come and speak to your viewers like in your station. It's really appreciated.
Oh, it's very sweet of you. Thank you so much for coming to our show today. So we're going to wrap up and so 多謝大家咁我哋下個禮拜一或者好似禮拜四同樣時間再見啦。Thank you, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.